Hey guys! Today, we're talking about all the times Ben completely abused the Omnitrix to the point of breaking it. But before we start, don't forget to like the video to support the channel, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. The first time Ben messed up the watch. The first time we saw Ben messing with the Omnitrix was back in the classic series. In that episode, he was looking for the rust bucket, trying to keep Grandpa Max and Gwen from noticing he was messing with the device, even though he was told not to. But of course, young Ben didn't listen. He straight up removed the Omnitrix selection dial with a screwdriver, which caused his transformations to start merging together. Now, these fusions weren't anything like the ones we see in Omniverse, where the user actually has control over the process. Luckily, by the end of the episode, while transformed into Ripjaws, Ben managed to pop the dial back in place. The second time, Ben abused the watch. The next time Ben mistreated the Omnitrix was in the bathroom. Yeah, while taking a shower, the dude tries to activate it, and the core actually lifts up. But then it just stays stuck. His usual fix, a good old smack, doesn't work, so what does he do? He slams the Omnitrix full force against a wooden pillar out of frustration. Honestly, he kinda deserved the punishment for that one, getting stuck as gray matter for a long time. Triggering self-destruction mode. Now, this one isn't exactly Ben abusing the Omnitrix, but rather him getting hit directly. In The Secret of the Omnitrix movie, we get a flashback where Ben destroys Dr. Animo's machine. The problem? That explosion triggers a massive energy wave that activates the Omnitrix's self-destruct mode. Luckily for him, unlike the recalibrated Omnitrix, where he can actually set the countdown for the explosion, the classic one takes days to go off. If that wasn't the case, well, the entire universe would have been gone. Ben's worst idea ever. Now let's talk about teenage Ben. I wouldn't just call him dumb here. I'd say he was straight up ungrateful and reckless. In the first episode of Alien Force Season 3, Ben decides to hack the Omnitrix. In his mind, this was going to be an upgrade to help him beat Vilgax. But honestly, that was a massive insult, not just to the Omnitrix, but to its creator as well. The recalibrated Omnitrix had been working flawlessly for 2 whole seasons, giving him the right transformations, rarely running out of power, and even lasting a long time when it did. Plus, Azimuth had already unlocked 1 million samples, including all of Ben's old classic aliens. So, in reality, Ben could have beaten Vilgax just fine, using Diamond Head, Waybig, or literally any of his aliens, without pulling this dumb stunt that nearly ruined the watch. Destroying the Omnitrix, when he could have had 2. At 15 years old, Ben does another questionable thing. He activates the Omnitrix's self-destruct mode with a 30-second countdown to take down Vilgax. In his head, this was just going to cause an explosion to send Vilgax flying. But what actually happens? The Omnitrix blows up into pieces. Honestly, this was another dumb move. The Omnitrix still recognized Ben's voice, meaning he could have just ordered it to detach from Vilgax's arm without destroying it. Or even better, he could have just taken Albedo's Omnitrix while the guy was locked up. That way, Ben would have ended up with 2 Omnitrixes instead of none. So yeah, that's the video. If you made it this far, you probably enjoyed it, so thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.